Welcome back to part 4, our interview with Mariette Hartley, the author of Breaking the Silence.
Let's go back in time just a little bit. There's little bits in the chapters where it really just kind of caught my attention. So I forget who it was that taught you, your uncle who taught you how to whistle.
My dad.
Your dad, okay. And the test was Grand Central Station, call a taxi.
Well, the test was because I was doing the dishes one night, and he said, honey, with your legs, you'll never be able to get a cab in New York. Right. So I'm going to teach you how to whistle. And I stupidly said, oh, gosh, Dad, would you? It didn't occur to me until 25 years later in therapy that he just told me I had horrible legs and I wouldn't succeed in life. Right. So yes, and then he treated me to go by myself to Grand Central Station, turn around, go around the block, come right around and come back home. And I did. So I'm standing on Grand Central, 42nd Street, Madison Avenue, and I have my white gloves and my hand-me-down suit, right? And I take my glove off, and I am shaking. I'm so nervous. And I start. Okay. Anyway, 7 cabs stopped. And I got into the cab, and I was still shaking, and the guy was there. He had his cigar, right? And he turned around and said, yeah, where to, lady? And I said, oh, heck, I'm just going around the block. He said, yeah, around the block, huh? Okay. And he drives me around the block, and we go by Schrafft's and the whole thing. And I finally have the courage to say to him, excuse me, but did you hear the whistle? And he said, what do you mean, lady? I've seen the legs. And that is, honest to gosh, a true story. And from that point on, I have loved cab drivers ever since. And I always have incredible experiences with cab drivers. In New York, I just love it.
A lot of people might recognize you because you were in 2 iconic shows, Twilight Zone and Star Trek.
Iconic? That's a good word.
I think it is a good word. Now, these are shows that are going to just go on and on and on for decades. It must be a wonderful legacy to have.
Listen, I stooped Spock. I mean, come on.
You got him to eat meat.
I got him to eat meat. Yeah. Before he met me, he was a vegetarian. But
which is all good Vulcans are. Yeah.
Yes, of course. He isn't that anymore, I don't think. Anyway. Yeah, they were very exciting, but I was so lucky because there was such wonderful television in those days. Yeah. It was, I mean, it was kind of, they were all anthologies, really. Wonderful writers, wonderful directors. So I don't know, it was an amazing, amazing experience. And I didn't, but it was also very odd for me. I hadn't even thought about it until now. I mean, I was used to playing men, so when I had to get into that kind of an outfit with, not Lyra-a, she wasn't, well, yeah, she was the one that had the double navel, Genesis 2.
Genesis 2,
yeah.
Right, yeah.
But the Star Trek, once she gets out of that fake fur thing, yes, PETA people, it was fake fur. And it's just this nothing outfit. I was so self-conscious. I was so embarrassed. I didn't know how to wear that kind of, I still don't. I don't know how to wear that stuff. I've still got my dad's voice in my head saying, you've got terrible legs, right? No chest. Oh gosh, I got my dad's chest and legs. I mean, how do you live in life with that? And the other one, the Twilight Zone, was a fabulous story. Rod Serling lived in Connecticut. He lived in Westport, and I was the head of the drama club. And I asked him if he would come and speak for us because he had just finished doing Requiem for a Heavyweight on Playhouse 90. And I had seen it, and I was, oh my God, it was unbelievable, with Jack Palance. It was incredible. And he said yes, he would come and speak to us. Well, I just fell in love with him. He was so gorgeous. He had his pipe, and he sat there, and he talked to all of us. Okay, cut. I am now coming out of Metro, saying goodnight to Ken Hollywood, that was his name, the guy that is the guard at the kiosk, and a long limousine comes beside me, black, and the window opens, and this gorgeous man looks out with a pipe. And he said, hi. I said, Mr. Serling? He said, yes. I said, oh my gosh, my name is... And I went into the whole spiel, right? I met you when I was 14, 15, and you came and you spoke for us. And he looked at me, he said, yeah, I remember. And I said, well, I'm here in Hollywood looking for a job. It must have been a month or 2 months. He had written that, and he asked me to do it.
Well, now the name of the episode is The Long
Morrow.
Morrow.
Yeah.
It's a great ending. Well, all Twilight Zone endings.
Well, it was the Henry James. It was a
yeah.
takeoff on the Henry James, the comb and the watch.
Gift of Magi.
The gift of the Magi. Boy, you good. Yeah.